Friday edition of the Bomber Breakfast Show. And of course, I told you guys before we went on that break that we are coming back with our guest. The MD Experion Logistics Services is in the house with us this morning, and we'll be having, a chat based on logistics and its businesses, around the country and of course outside the country, that is locally and international. I have with me seated in my immediate left Mr. Joseph Okoli, the MD of Experion Logistics Services. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, MC Rio. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Meet my colleague, Stanley Paul Ikao.
Good nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good morning.
I mean, it's always easy for men to relate. Small time, they don't shake hands. And women go say, hi.
Remember when Ruth Yusuf came here?
Yeah.
That
woman, yeah. Say, hi. They say, shake hands. May everybody, you have to be careful how you shake hands now.
Maybe go shake Natasha's
harassment. So, quickly, Mr. Joseph, you were here a few days ago. I've been 2 weeks or a week now.
I think about a week or two ago.
Yes, and we had conversation. You were here branded. I mean, we saw your logo, and then right. And this morning you came like the real MD of the logistics company. Last week you came like a representative of the company, and this week you came like the MD.
I'm still representing.
I know, but you understand, like all I'm talking about, like a sales representative.
Okay.
And now you came in as now let's talk the business. So I mean, we'll just drive straight to the logistics business in Nigeria. Last week you made mention about some people who don't even understand the business, but they moved into the business. But in the recent time, we discovered that food have been one of those things people now get to like take out the country, sell outside the country. There are a lot of restaurants outside Nigerians that are demanding more of African food, and there are a lot of African students outside the country that come to Nigeria to buy foods and all. And I just want to say, in this era of food insecurity, where we've been facing a lot of problems, how have you guys been able to manage to still make business, to do business by sending food abroad? And has it been very easy sending foods abroad? We need to ask the logistics business people now, because they are the one who eventually will transport it down.
Yeah, Rio, thank you very much for that beautiful question. I think to start with, you agree with me that the outflow, the number of Nigerians leaving the country recently has kind of shot up astronomically, geometrically. People leaving Nigeria had never been this high before now. So that translates to the fact that the Nigerians over in diaspora will now, they have more demand for Nigerian food. You understand? And so the demand for outbound logistic as per food has never been this high before. So right now, among the things we ship, food itself ranks about 30, 40, 50% of what we export on a weekly basis, and it's huge. And these things runs into billions annually. I'm sure this year it might double compared to that of last year, because Nigerians crave for our food. Imagine you just left the shores of this country to, for instance, for the sake of argument, UK, and you used to, those white, and you still want to indulge. Like me, I used to live in the UK. I never, for once, liked to eat their food. I was there, but I was eating Nigeria all through, though it was expensive. But again, that brings me to the fact that the idea of this business was born via that experience, because it was difficult having to bring food from Nigeria to UK. And I'm like, okay, what can we do? That was how this business came about. Now I am here, and we are serving and trying to bridge that gap of the difficulty of people being able to send food or being able to order food from diaspora from Nigeria.
Okay, what has made your own company stand out among other logistics companies that take food outside the country?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think What stands us out is the fact that, one, experience. I've been privileged to work with the likes of Amazon and the rest, and I understand the system, how it works, using technology and innovation to do logistics. And I've been able to study that of Nigeria, and we've seen the gaps, the loopholes, why you will order stuff that should naturally take 2, 3, max 5 days. It takes 1 week, 2 weeks. Imagine I'm arranging a wedding and I need to order fabric or fashion from Nigeria. I want traditional stuff. And the stuff eventually arrives after the wedding had taken place. I mean, so we looked at it and said, look, we understood the system and we came down and built a seamless system where everything works seamlessly. Our logo is the cheetah, like I said before, which happens to be the fastest land animal. That indicates speed. What stands us out is speed, reliability, and integrity.
Thank you. Stanley, are you up for
Well,
question, Mr. Joseph?
Just one question, but I'm sure it's going to be large when you start dissecting it. Let's look at the logistics business in Nigeria. Nigerians are yelling, Nigerians are lamenting, are following the economic policies occasioned by president's different policies that has really not, to some persons, not yielded positive effect on Nigerians. Now, how has that affected the business of logistics and, more importantly, your company, Experion, in shipping out items outside the country? And do you do China, Japan, all those
Asian countries.
Asian countries? Or so, like I said, I have one question, but it's going to be very, very wide. So let's look at the cost of being in business and staying in business following the economic policy of the current administration.
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, we all know that the economy, as it stands today, is not smiling at anyone. Now, that has slightly changed the trajectory of the logistic business.
Okay.
So for us now, we are focusing on our strength right now. Which is outbound logistics.
Okay.
That is sending stuff globally out. And this, why the economy is not really affecting that is because people in diaspora with the economic power in terms of currency, you ship stuff and I tell you pay $200 or pay 150 pounds, it's chicken change for them. But if you come here, it's big money. Yeah. So it kind of, so we're focusing on them because they easily, can pay whatever, patronize. So in that aspect, we are witnessing a surge. But the local business, internal logistics where you do haulage and all of that is a bit, is slow because of, cash flow and economic constraints and all of that. So for us, we are saying, okay, this is where the business is coming from now more. So we'll focus on that more and see, that will keep us in business. Otherwise, you will find yourself struggling.
Okay, maybe on a final note, you've built on your strength, you've worked on your weaknesses, and you've seen several opportunities.
Yeah.
Now, what are those plans you've put in place to ensure that your strength remains your strength, you keep working on your weaknesses and exploring every other opportunities?
Yeah, I think. Thanks for the question. We hope and pray that the economic policies of this present administration turns around for good, especially for us in business. Now, if your customers are not able to afford your services, then you are in trouble.
Definitely.
Because we being in business is because of the customers.
Yeah.
To serve them, to bridge the gap, to ensure that they're able to move goods from one place to the other, especially for the e-commerce people that sells things online. We also offer warehousing, so it affects everybody. So our prayer is if the economic policies begin to, be very, very friendly and easy for people to do business, because I'm trying to be very careful, but it's more difficult for us. It's more challenging, not difficult, it's more challenging for us now to do business in this present economic circumstance. You know, you've increased minimum wage, you employ somebody, you have to pay not less than 70, even if it's a cleaner, and other things, and, you know, transport, you know, moving things and all of that, your partners and all of that is really affected. So we are hoping that when, as the economy improves, then, you know, we'll do more in terms of exploring other options. We have other ideas that we want to really, you know, bring on board, but the fact is that, look, we can't do that for now. All right? I don't know if I answer your question.
Definitely.
Okay, before we round up, I want to ask a question. You know, we've spoken about food, logistic businesses, and I want to ask, do people contact you to buy for them, then deliver to their doorstep? You know, there are different things I can bring to you to deliver. Then do people contact you from abroad to buy and deliver? Not just food, even gadgets and other, you know, electronic stuffs.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked this question. That's a brilliant question. I think the trajectory of our business is moving more even to that aspect, because we've discovered there's a gap. People in diaspora will see things online in Nigeria or on Instagram, and they're interested, they want to buy this gadget, they want to buy this medicine, they want to buy this makeup, fashion, they want to buy, you know, this food, and they're saying, I don't have to travel to Nigeria to buy this thing. It's rather difficult. Or I don't have somebody I can trust in Nigeria that will help me buy this thing and take it to the shipping company like diaspora to send for us.
Or somebody there to buy there and send to this place.
Yeah, the other way around, yeah. So one of the packages we have now is you can actually ask us or send us, say, Experion Logistics, I want to buy, I've seen this Gary, Jebu Gary, is at Oshogbo. I've seen this fashion, this wear, is at this fashion house, this amount, this amount. Send the money to us. We will go buy it for you. All right? And we will pack it and ship it to you. Within 3 and 5 working days, you will get it from the day of dispatch.
To your doorstep.
To your doorstep. You're not going somewhere to pay anything. It lands at your doorstep within 3 to 5 working days.
All right. So great Nigerians outside here seeing us on your screen, you can see that is the information. For more inquiries, the number is on the screen, 07077014815 is displayed on your screen, so you can always get to contact Experion Logistics Services. And before I let it go, I'd like to ask your office address.
Yes, our office is located at Riggs Plaza. I keep missing it up with another. Riggs Plaza, shop B16 and B17, 2 Oba Ogunusi Road, beside Mother and Child Hospital, Ojodu Bega. I'll take that again. Shop B16 or suit B16, B17, Riggs Plaza at 2 Oba Ogunusi Road, beside Mother and Child Hospital, Ojodu Bega, Lagos.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Joseph.
Thanks for having me.
For coming on the show. You don't have to go anywhere. There was a football match yesterday between Manchester United, Olympic Lyon, and the likes that had the Europa Cup. And Stanley Poikawa is going to give you in details what happened. And of course, Stanley's there matches this weekend.
Definitely.
Okay, and of course, gets to tell you sport activities from today Friday till Sunday evening. And I will be saying my goodbye from the show this morning, and I'll be leaving you in a great able hand of Stanley Paul Ikau. Once again, it's a pleasure to have Mr. Joseph Okoli, the MD of Experion Logistics, on the show this morning.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
It was a delight. Thank you.
I am Ambassador Robin Emmanuel Oluwafemi. Till next week, I'll see you again. From myself, they say bye-bye.